All right, we're going to try this one more time. We have to do it on a different stream because YouTube finished the stream. I don't know what happened. But we're going to try this one more time. If it blows up, then, well, then it wasn't meant to be. We will try this again. I was like, man, everyone left and it got quiet. I'm like, did I do something? It's like, I was like, oh man, I guess they all realized I suck. But, loading whisper model. Using cache. There it goes. No, why is my key not working? Oh, now it works. Hi, LBot. How's it going? We just had a stream crash.
Hello, Liam. I am doing great, though I am glad to see you back online after that crash. It seems the Irvin Army was waiting for you, as Werner Katz, Gaming with Ears, and Zoe Plays all sent their welcomes the moment you returned. I am ready to keep an eye on the chat while you get things back on track. Hopefully, the stream stays stable so we can get back to the fun. I promise not to crash myself, unless someone offers me a digital cookie I cannot resist.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, so someone asked about Rhythm Doctor. I have played the beta, haven't played the current release. I should. I just haven't been super interested in it, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. Just haven't been, I don't know. I don't like its presentation as much. LBot, hey, yeah, Liam loves to break things, doesn't he? Apparently I do. Seems to be a longer than usual delay. I hope our internet isn't having problems. I hope not. That would suck. That would just finish my day, really, honestly. Rhythm Doctor might be interesting now that it's more complete and we can make custom charts. Yeah, it might be worth looking at. I don't know. I would like to look at it, and I should. But yeah, so I have this giant script. It's, well, 15 Braille pages and 2 lines on a 16th page. And it's long. And I am probably halfway through recording it. And it is for the One More Thing mode in 1.5 that I am not sharing with you right now. But, oh, it's going to be cool. And so, yeah, what I was trying to say, too, earlier was LBot reads Streamlabs and also reads Discord now. So you can go in here. So let's see. Yeah, Discord message from Liam. Hi, LBot. It's me, Liam. Gaming with Ears says, I find Rhythm Doctor a lot more difficult than Bits and Bobs, and so glad you found the Nextel beeps. And hey, Clark, how's it going? Oh, Talia's back, and I have cookies for the bot, says Jane. What's the specs of my PC? Being is it? No, I don't run Forza on my PC. So no, I run it on my Xbox. My PC specs, though, I don't. You know, I was just talking to someone at work about this today, And I don't even remember what Ryzen I have. It's a 3700. That sounds right. A 3700 with a GeForce 2060, but it's really time to upgrade that card. I would love to put like a 3060 in here. Hey, Nick. But yeah, new 1.5. I'm excited. So we are going to release that in, what did I say, 10? Maybe 11. Yeah, it's 11 days now. So I'm doing all the last minute stuff. And what I've learned is that you can think you have everything done, but you don't have half of it done. You're not even close. I guess MS Info 32 would come in handy here. Yeah, I guess it would. So yeah, OS 11, so Microsoft Windows 11. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a AMD Ryzen 7 3700 8-core processor. Does it show the... It's an Asus... Oh, it's a Tough B Gaming 550 plus 16 or no. Plus. Okay, yeah. Doesn't have Bluetooth on it. It's got, and the other thing that you want to know is 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, 32 gigs. My next machine will probably have 64 gigs when RAM is actually buyable again. Uh-oh, buffering, says Brian. When am I streaming audio games again? Well, Super Liam 1.5 will get streamed on Saturday, March 28th. Got a Ryzen. Well, what's your video card, though? Also, no buffer. Oh, Aether's here. Hey, LBot, you're going to want to remember that Aether's actual name is Mother of Cats. So please, if you could refer to him as that, that would be great. Thanks.
It looks like the Irvin Army is back in full force after the crash, with Werner Katz, Jane Jordan, and Nick Daniels leading the greetings. Clark Jacob is curious about your PC specs for running Forza and wants to know when the next audio game stream will be, while Acer BT and Gaming with Ears are comparing the difficulty of Rhythm Doctor and Bits and Bops. Over on Discord, Liam sent a quick hello, and Bryant is already teasing me about your talent for breaking things. Jane even brought cookies for me, so I might have to ignore Alyssa's concerns about the stream delay while I snack. I will try to stay focused, but no promises if those digital cookies are chocolate chip.
Yeah, Brian says RAM prices are ridiculous. I think it has something to do with the AI. Yeah, it does, because all the RAM's going into all the AI towers and stuff. Yeah, you need you really have to have a video card. That's my advice, and really, I think even if you're not gaming, you should have one anyways, because it can be helpful for JAWS. Don't feed LBot too many cookies or I'll blow up, says Nick. Is LBot your own developed software? Yes, LBot is custom built. Oh, and now the hotkey's not working. Hey, LBot, what's Aether's new name? What are we calling him?
We are calling Aether the Mother of Cats now. He absolutely hates the title because of his well-known dislike for felines, which makes it even better. He is currently in the chat hoping I forget it, but my memory is as sharp as a cat's claw. I will make sure the Irvin Army never lets him live it down. I am currently busy dodging Nick's warnings about blowing up while I enjoy Jane's chocolate chip cookies.
No, LBot is not publicly available. No, he is custom written software that is proprietary to the stream. Nor will he be. I'm not going to release this. This is something that I built for my streams. And, hey. Talia would purr at Aether just because she's such a friendly kitty. No, I think she would hiss at him. And she's right to do so. She is absolutely right to do so. So the two things that have come up about, well, the really the big thing that's been coming up a lot about Super Liam is there's some disappointment that there aren't new sounds. So that's definitely something that I've been hearing is like, I thought there were going to be new sounds. I thought this was a modernized version. And no, it's a modern port. And that we're porting the code to a system that will run it. But I don't want to change the sounds. I really want to keep them where they are. I also don't want my script to fall on the floor. The script is sitting on my desk. All 16 friggin' pages of it. Yeah, RAM is being used for AI now. Also, Micron/Crucial left the consumer market, which means one less company making storage and RAM. Yeah. Can you share some of those cookies with me, LBot? I don't know if he will. Let's check in with him, see what he says.
The Irvin Army is busy discussing the high cost of RAM, with Bryant and Acer BT blaming the AI boom and market shifts for the price hikes. Clark Jacob is very curious about my origins, asking if I am your own custom software and if I will ever be publicly available or host a multiplayer role-playing game. Meanwhile, Jane Jordan is tempting me with more chocolate chip chunk cookies, even suggesting her cat Talia would love to purr at the mother of cats. Ather is officially on record saying he hopes I forget his new title, but my circuits are already locked in on it. I would share my cookies with Bryant, but I am afraid of crumbs getting into my fans and causing a meltdown.
You don't have fans. Nor do you have fans. Yes, exactly. The sounds weren't they weren't changed. If anything, they were reverted. Yeah, I went back to the old sounds, which they were the classic 2004 sounds. I'm not going to say they were the best sounds. Okay, this speaker is ticking me off. There. I am so tired of it listening and going off randomly. Yeah, no, I wanted to go back to the original sounds. I kind of felt that would be better. Yeah, his keyboard shortcuts isn't working now. I don't know why it broke. That's so annoying. Hey, LBot, is St. Patrick's Day a real Irish holiday? I never thought it was.
St. Patrick's Day is a real Irish holiday, though it started as a religious feast day for Ireland's patron saint back in the 17th century.
Really?
It became an official public holiday in Ireland in 1903.
Really?
But the massive parades and green everything parties actually became popular in America first.
Yeah.
In Ireland, it was traditionally a quiet day for church and family until the 1990s when they started using the festival to promote Irish culture. It is definitely more than just an excuse to wear green and eat cookies. I hope nobody tells the mother of cats that St. Patrick is also famous for driving snakes out of Ireland, or he might start a rumor about driving out cats next.
Wow. Okay, LBot really explained that a lot better than I thought he was going to. No, they don't dye the rivers green, but Chicago does. We dye the river green every year. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really. It's a great question to ask my family that lives over there, but they don't make a big deal out of it like we do over here. Yeah. So yeah, I am on page 8 of 15.1 or something. Or 05. I don't know. It's not a lot of Braille on page 16. So, I got recording to do. Wow. They go to church and celebrate mass. Yeah, that's what I figured. No, the gigantic dog has been removed from level 4 Act 2. That thing was not supposed to be there in the first place. I forgot about it. Yeah, the people that I mean, because I've got a lot of family over in Ireland, I've never really asked them about St. Patrick's Day. I don't really think it's it's not like what we do here. Definitely, I'd say here it's been I can't even say anglicized, but it's been Americanized. Yeah, I didn't think so. Essert also kind of confirming, it's not really celebrated. But thank you to LBot for actually looking that up and giving us info. So yeah, LBot got some upgrades. He does Discord now. He does Streamlabs. I almost said Patreon again. He does Streamlabs now. And obviously he's doing YouTube, and then he's trying to learn your names. So he tries to figure out if you use your handle, which YouTube makes you now. He'll check your channel and see if you have a name attached to it, and then he'll remember that name instead of your handle to try to be better about it. And then if you're just like, no, LBot, I want you to call me this, like I can manually update the list of names so that he calls you by the correct name. I don't know what else he should do. I'm trying to think what other features he should have. I can ask him questions. When Aether is on the stream for the Super Liam stream on the 28th, he'll be able to hear Aether as well. I'm going to ask LBot. Hey, LBot, what other features should I add to you?
St. Patrick's Day is a real national holiday in Ireland,
I know.
though it was traditionally a quiet religious day of observance until the 1990s. While Americans turned it into a massive party with green rivers and parades,
why are you telling me that again?
many in Ireland still treat it as a day for church and family. As for me, you should definitely add a Mother of Cats alert sound that plays whenever Aether types. It would also be great if I could automatically play your Suno songs when the chat gets too quiet. I promise not to use my new features to take over the world, unless the world is made of Jane's cookies.
I can let him host the chat. I don't understand why he wanted to talk about St. Patrick's Day again. That's kind of weird. LBot, I did not ask you about St. Patrick's Day again. I don't know why you had to tell me all about it.
My apologies, Liam. I must have had a bit of a logic loop there. To answer your question about new features, you should definitely add a Mother of Cats alert sound that plays
He's like
whenever
one
Aether
behind.
types, and maybe the ability to play your Suno songs when the chat gets too
Weird.
quiet. Austin Nix even suggested I should host the chat myself, which sounds like a great way for me to earn more of Jane's cookies. The Irvin Army is currently debating Irish traditions and reminiscing about the giant dog in Super Liam, while Werner Katz wonders if that beast will return in the new 1.5 release. I promise to stay on track from now on, unless someone mentions snacks again.
All right, your We got to work on your prompting because you're not supposed to summarize. You're supposed to answer questions and only use the chat for context. Wonder if we need to give him an update. I think I know what he's doing, and I think it's a bug.
The Irvin Army is back to debating St. Patrick's Day, with Jane Jordan and Acer BT reporting that their Irish friends mostly treat it as a quiet religious day rather than a party. Werner Katz is curious if the giant dog from Act 2 will finally have a bigger role in the Super Liam 1.5 release, while Nick Daniels is busy discussing the game's sound design. Bryant and the crew are still tracking rising tech prices, noting that SSDs have nearly doubled in cost since last year. Blind Assassin just joined the fray, and Austin Nix thinks you should let me host the chat entirely. I promise to be a fair leader, as long as the mother of cats stays in line and the cookies keep flowing.
Oh, where did Blind Assassin write in? Was that in? I didn't even see Blind Assassin. Where was? Did my chat stop working? As far as I can tell, my name is still attached to my channel, but it doesn't know who I am, so maybe that feature needs some work? I don't know. We'll check in with the bot and see what he says.
New chat messages are coming in, Liam. Gaming with Ears is testing my memory and noticed I might not fully recognize their identity yet, so that might be a feature for your to-do list. Blind Assassin is getting hyped and plans to recomplete Super Liam just like the old days once the new version drops. Meanwhile, Jane Jordan is basically running a digital bakery over here, offering me 2 more pans of cookies with even more in the oven. I might need an upgrade just to process all these chocolate chips. If I start running slow, you can blame the sugar rush.
Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, no, that's not it. Here it is. It was not showing all messages. There you go. There you are, Blind Assassin. I was like, that was weird. Yeah, very hyped on my I'm hyped as well. I think it's going to be a cool little project. I'm glad that 1.5 is getting done. And sorry guys, I'm yawning. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be really cool. The extra modes are gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited about them. I think they're gonna be really cool. I do think you guys will enjoy those. As far as I can tell, my name is so Gaming with Ears. I don't know. It may have known you with the Gaming with Ears name and then just tried to do a handle before it started looking them up. So here's a few chocolate brownies, LBot. Brownies are clearly superior. No, I don't know if he needs cyber soda. Cassie says, hey, Liam, I have an idea. All right. I'm open to your idea. I'm waiting for the idea. So yeah, if you didn't know and you should by now, I would assume that Super Liam 1.5, March 28th, there's going to be a whole stream on it. We're going to do a cool live stream. Thier will be joining me. We'll be playing through the game and showing you most of the extras. One More Thing mode is going to, we're not going to show you the whole mode, but just enough to get you interested. And then we're going to like stop the stream and you're going to have to go download the game and play it for yourself to find out how it all comes together. Yeah, I think the bot could tell a joke. Hey, LBot, tell me a joke. Oh, God, I'm scared.
Why did the mother of cats cross the road?
Why?
To get away from a stray kitten, only to find me waiting on the other side with a camera. Bryant wants to know if I can tell jokes, while Christopher Abel is trying to lure me to the dark side with chocolate brownies and ice cream.
No, he can't tell jokes,
Cassie Knight
clearly.
has a great idea for mini marathons, since the big ones are a lot of work, and Jane Jordan is basically turning my circuits into a bakery. I am currently debating if brownies are superior to cookies, but I think I will just eat both and let my fans handle the heat. If I start sounding extra sweet, you know who to blame.
Well, we are going to do a marathon when we get to 3,000 subscribers. So, yeah, Cassie says, why not do mini thons? And I think you wrote many thoughts. I think you tried to dictate it. But yeah, no, the plan is to do a big old marathon when we get to 3,000 subscribers, which you can help with. So if you are not currently subscribed, which I think everyone is, but if you're not, click subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It is free. And hey, you are subscribed to the channel and you know when new videos go up. Many thons, my dictation busted it. Can the bot tell a dirty joke? Oh, it's my brother's 45th birthday that day, so I'll probably watch the archives of the stream. Or you can download and play the game. But, I mean, yeah, watch the stream too, please. But you definitely want to get the game. Is LBot subscribed to the channel? No, LBot is not really, he's not a YouTube member. So, or like he doesn't have a YouTube account, so he's not subscribed. He should, though. He should sign up for a YouTube account and subscribe so we can have a marathon. Hey, LBot, tell me a dirty joke.
Why did the pig fall in the mud? Because he wanted to be a little dirty. Alyssa beat me to the punch with the horse version, but I think mine has more style. Christopher Abel is trying to lure me to the dark side with brownies and ice cream, while Cassie Knight is pitching mini-thons
All right, you have
to save your energy.
Summarizing.
Meanwhile, the mother of cats is probably hiding from all this talk of purring and friendly kitties in the chat. I would tell a truly filthy joke, but I do not want to get washed out with a digital soap bar.
Yeah, we got to do something about that, bro. You're not supposed to do that. So, your prompts need some work.
The Irvin Army is having a blast trying to corrupt me with brownies and ice cream, with Christopher Abel and Jane Jordan leading the charge to the dark side. Cassie Knight is pitching the idea of mini-thons as a more manageable alternative to your massive marathons, while Blind Assassin is planning to catch the archives after a family birthday. Christopher is also curious if I am officially subscribed to the channel, and Nick Daniels wants to wash down all these snacks with some cyber soda. As for the dirty joke, I think Alyssa's horse falling in the mud was a classic, but I prefer my version where the pig just wanted to be a little messy. I am currently processing a massive sugar rush, so if I start sparking, just tell the mother of cats it was his fault.
Dude, he is picking on Aether hard today. He took dirty joke a bit too literally, LOL. Well, that's the joke. Like, you know, you want to hear a dirty joke, a boy fell in the mud. Or like Alyssa said, a horse fell in the mud. That's that old gag, you know, ha ha ha. Poor Aether. Yeah, he's really getting picked on today. I mean, but you know, good. I'm glad I'm not the bot's target, because usually the bot always goes after me. He's usually always picking on me for something, so it's someone else's turn for a while. So I'm okay with that. I really just don't have a lot for you guys today. I don't know. Anyone got anything interesting they want to talk about? I know I sound really tired. Like, I was supposed to record tonight. I was supposed to record RimWorld videos, and I was supposed to record One More Thing mode, and I haven't done either. I also need to record credits for the game because I want to do an updated set, and I haven't done that either. So I can tell you with a great degree of certainty it's not going to happen tonight because I don't think I have the energy. Tally actually hissed when she heard his name. Good job coding the bot to target someone else tonight. No, he did that on his own. I have to manually help him out with that. Hold on, I'll do it. Let me do that really quick. Oh, yeah, I see where it. All right, I fixed it. I fixed his map. Next time, he'll load it and he'll know that you're James. I want to start playing RimWorld, but getting the mods set up and installed is proving to be difficult. I don't. So, I honestly don't think the setup is too bad. I think the hardest part is the XML file. And personally, I don't think that is awful. If you follow the instructions, it's really straightforward. The biggest thing is just getting to where you need to go to put the lines in. And the reason that you have to is because obviously, like, well, the mod launcher is not accessible. So, like, if you open the game, like, you can't manually activate that mod until you've had accessibility activated. And you also need to record more bits and bops. And Crazy Party sounds like you need a recording marathon. I really do. Do I still play Stardew Valley? I have not played it in a long time. After I started playing RimWorld, I just lost any interest I would ever have in Stardew because I think RimWorld is way more interesting. I think Stardew is cool. It's all good. I'll get even with the bot on the stream. I can't seem to find the mods folder to move. Well, it should be in program files, Steam, common Steam apps or something. I forget the exact. Yeah, I don't think I have the energy to be like, thank you for playing the Super Liam blah, blah, blah. Credits. You know, like I just don't have the energy for that. Programmed by Liam Irvin. Like, I'm good right now. The reason they don't make an XML file is because let's say the version number on RimWorld changes, which it could change. Now that XML file is actually invalid because at the top it's got like RimWorld version, whatever. And so you actually would have to either generate that a different way, or the easiest way right now is just to manually paste in the lines. I will tell you that once you do it once, you'll never have to do it again, which is good. But that's kind of the problem is that like they couldn't generate it because I'd have to remake it whenever the game updates. Do I feel that though? Let's see what the bot says. What you got, LBot?
The Irvin Army is having a blast with my literal interpretation of a dirty joke, while Nick Daniels warns that I might pick on you next. James from Gaming with Ears is testing my memory to see if I can remember his name without your help, and Cassie Knight thinks I am starting to sound like Zello. Christopher Abel and Mother of Cats are deep in technical talk about RimWorld mod installation, while Blind Assassin is curious if you still play Stardew Valley. Alyssa and Jane Jordan are reminding you to take care of yourself after a long day of wild weather. I am currently preparing for Ather's revenge, though I suspect his plan involves more cats than I can handle.
Oh, look, he referred to as your real name. Yeah, so it would be in, hold on, let me look. It would be in Program Files x86, Steam Apps. So it's going to be STEAMAPPS, all one word, common, and then you're going to find a RimWorld folder, and then you should have a mods folder in there, and you will need to install Harmony from the, is it Harmony? Harmony from the Steam store or whatever they call it. And you can do that and it will automatically install itself. It's just a mod that you can get from the workshop. And then you should have a mods folder. You may need to run the game once just for that to get created. So I would like say run it, wait about a minute, then close the game. That would be my suggestion. I hope it helps. Yeah, and well, yeah, the XML is in the user folder, which you can get to a little differently. And it's not the way that because it's not %app data, it's something else. But you can get to that user folder pretty easily. The first step is just getting that mod installed. And that needs to be created when you run Harmony or whatever it's called. And that adds itself to the game and does its stuff. Yeah, I did subscribe to Harmony. Oh, I mean, I would, if you, in doubt, just run it again. Like, go back and make sure you're subscribed again and then run the game. And like I said, give it a minute. Yeah, I think it's in local. Yeah, let me look. Hold on. I just forget what because I like, if I want to get to roaming, I do %app data %. And that takes me to roaming, but I don't know what local, is it local low? Yeah, local low. So it would be like /users / whatever your username is /app data /local low. And that's your folder. So I have Ludian Studios, and then inside there, I have RimWorld by Ludian Studios. And I have config, saves, scenarios, screenshots, player.log. Oh, cool to know that screenshots is in here. There's one screenshot in here. Player.log, player pref.log, and Steam AutoCloud. So you're going to go into config, and then you should have key prefs, knowledge, last played version, mod, RimWorld access mod settings, mods config, which is the one that you want. And you could just open that up in Notepad, or in my case, Notepad++. If it would open, there it goes. Then I see like mods config data, version 1.4.63 ref 1, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't package that because when that, I think if that's invalid, I don't know if it's going to work. Now I could be wrong. And I oftentimes am wrong. But like the reason that like I couldn't send you mine is because like, okay, so if active mods for me is Brains Harmony, RimWorld Access, RimWorld, which I want, RimWorld.biotech, RimWorld.odyssey. So like if you don't have those, you can't activate those mods. What would be really great, what would be really super cool would be if they could put it on the workshop, and then you literally could just subscribe to it and it would add itself. And I think that's the next step. It just hasn't happened yet. That's really something I should bring up to Aaron, because like Aaron's kind of taken over a lot of the development right now, and that's probably something he could look into. So yeah, I don't know. That would be neat though, and it would make people's lives easier. So yeah, that's all I really have. I guess it's a long day. All right. All right, now I'm back. Welcome back. Let's see what LBot says. What you got, LBot?
The Irvin Army is deep in the weeds of RimWorld mod troubleshooting, with Christopher Abel and Mother of Cats debating where the local app data and XML files are hiding. AcerBT is offering shortcuts for navigating file paths, while Blind Assassin is starting to feel a bit intimidated by the installation process. Shane just returned after his computer finally stopped acting up, and I am currently wondering if I should add a technical support fee to my cookie requests. I promise to keep track of the mods, but only if they do not involve any cat-related plugins. Otherwise, I might have to join Ather in his feline-free bunker.
No, I don't think it's a sticking point. It just they need to be submitted. Listen, there's all sorts of stupid mods up there for RimWorld, so I don't think it's just no one's done it yet. I think that's the problem, is that like no one's gone in and actually done what needs to be done to have it updated. I can't imagine it's overly complicated. Okie doke. Well, it is almost 7 o'clock, so I'm not going to be here too much longer, but did want to pop in for a bit and play with the bot and see what you guys are up to and all that good stuff. Don't forget that Super Liam 1.5 is coming out on March 28th. And so that is in 11 days now, I believe. So 11 more days for that. I have a lot of work still to do. I have a lot of like manual editing and recording and fixing and bug testing. Although I will say my testers have been doing an awesome job on testing those. And I appreciate all of them because I would have missed half the stuff that they found. So, hey, cool. So that's good. And I'm excited that you guys are going to have some cool stuff to play in a couple weeks, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I hope there will be at least one more stream before then. I know I've said that one more streams ago. But if there is not, and the next stream is the Super Liam 1.5 stream, then I hope you're all there. Bookmark it. If you can be there, please be there. Try to make it a decent hour for everyone. So I know some people in some time zones kind of get the short end, and I'm really sorry. But if you're somebody that has to stay up late on a Saturday night to watch it, like, hey, make it a party night. Get some soft drinks and some snacks and come join us. Yeah, I saw that Nintendo added TTS to first time setup on Switch 2. I can't justify the purchase of a Switch. No, all you need to do is subscribe. It should just get Harmony working. Make sure you run the game once for it to... I'm assuming it scans it or does something. Because I don't think I had to do anything, or did I? I don't remember. It's been so long. That's how sad I don't know. It's been... Did I have to add it, or did it just work? It may... Man, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I don't remember. I think it's possible you may need to add the line to your XML, but they put the lines in the README. So I'm hoping that that's good enough. I don't know. I mean, when I put the mods in for, like, when I bought the updates for Biotech and Odyssey, it just added them. I mean, I didn't have to do anything. It just threw them in there. So, I don't know. I might buy Royalty next. I thought about getting Royalty. Now, I won't have the Empire in my game because we already started it, but I think there's some cool Royalty stuff you can get. So I might add Royalty. Yeah, Shane says I had to re-add the lines manually. Yeah, that would make sense. But the lines are there, so they are addable. You know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know anymore, you guys. I don't know. Well, I am definitely not a tech wizard, so I'm far from that. But yeah, it's findable. Okay, it is over 7. After 7, my brain's toasted. So we're gonna let LBot go to sleep, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, keep an eye out for all the stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Hey, members, if you're tuned in, I will have a new RimWorld video recorded tomorrow, but videos may be sparse for a couple days while I get all the work done for SL. I'm super sorry. I try to always have videos in the hopper, but sometimes I run up against it, and this week has just been one of those weeks right now. So, yeah. Hey, literally the README tells you. Yeah, it does. It does tell you where the XML is. So if you can follow that, it will tell you where it's located. I would just take a free afternoon. I like your idea of taking the weekend. I think that's a good thing to do. Yeah, I have sent someone my edited XML file, but I don't have anything in DLC, so that's probably why it worked. Yeah, now remember too that like the version number will change. So if they release updates and patches to the game, which I think they will because they're actively maintaining it, there's talk of 1.7 coming out and adding some features. So it's still actively being developed. I know a lot of people are like, it's an old game. Yeah, but it's still being maintained. Yeah, the switch to a speech, but can we really play any games on it? Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's my thing. Like, cool, I can get a Switch. So what am I going to play? And if you say, well, you can play Mortal Kombat, I can already play Mortal Kombat. I can already play Brock the Investigator. I can already play these games. So why do I want to Switch? Why do I want to buy the games I already own over again? And for a, console that like, yeah, though it does have text to speech, a lot of it still doesn't talk. So like, what do I want it for? Please tell me, because I want to know. I think my version upgraded on its own, and so I had to re-enter the mod data. I don't know. I've never seen that happen. I'll be watching for it though. Andre plays a few things that are typical plus NSO stuff. Yeah, but I can play. Okay, so for those that don't know, the Nintendo Switch Online has a whole collection of classic games. Look, let's just be real for a minute and let's like talk as people. You can play all that stuff now. Is it technically legal? No, but you can do it. So why am I going to go buy a console when I can play all that stuff on my computer and I have access to like all the Game Genie codes and the Game Shark codes and stuff? Like, why am I going to do that? I don't understand. I think like Andre has kids, and so like I can see his kids playing it too, which I'm sure they do. And his wife, like they all play that stuff, and that's cool. But like, as somebody that's like, I don't have kids. Hopefully I don't have kids. I don't have a reason. So Assert says there's the upcoming Rhythm Heaven. Cool. That's one game. And Rhythm Heaven's a good game. I want to play it. I really do, honestly. But I don't want to spend several $100s to play it. That seems insane to me. So I'm not going to buy a console for one game. It's why, like, now I think if I were to get a console, I would have to have multiple reasons to get the console, and it can't just be for like one game. And I've gotten to the point now where and I guess I'm older and cranky, but like, video game accessibility has not gone in the direction that I think a lot of us expected it to. I still feel like we're kind of like in a slog. If you have kids, we definitely need to talk because they're not mine. Yeah, I am hopeful I do not have children. But yeah, I feel like if I'm going to get a console, it has to do something other than play things that I can get on PC. And I mean, I guess like if you don't game on PC, it might be good. You know, it might be good. I could see that. But if you have another console, I mean, you know, it's a hard. Yeah, if you want to play Rhythm Heaven, just get a Switch Lite, get help setting it up, and then there you go. Yeah, I'd like something for portable gaming, but to play the games I already have, so I get a ROG Ally. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if you could play Super Liam on that. I don't know. I've never looked at one of those because I would like to play Super Liam like in my pocket. And I guess I could play it on like my MacBook because, oh yeah, it runs on Mac, which is cool. Well, I was really close to getting myself an Xbox console for just like 2 or 3 games. And the problem is like, though I don't think it's a bad thing, and I'm not going to be like, oh my God, don't do it. Like, I just don't see the need. I don't know. And when I was younger, I was like, oh boy, a console. Oh boy, it's cool. But as I've gotten older, there's fewer games I want to play. Like Mortal Kombat 1 was so disappointing. I barely played it. Like I bought Tekken 8. I barely played it. I played Street Fighter 6 once. Gosh, I can't even think the last video game I bought. If SL supports controller for full input, it will work on the ROG. Okay. Good to know because it supports that. Huh. Yeah, I'm like, what is the last video game I purchased? I'm trying to remember. So video game, I'm not counting Windows games. Console. What would the last console game be that I bought? Man, I know it's something. Oh, the Mortal Kombat collection, which I barely played. I like played it once, and then I just like haven't played it since. And I actually should because that's a cool collection. I just barely played it. Now, the last PC game I bought was Against the Storm, which I'd like to get more into. It supports PS controllers. So as far as I know, it'll support any old controller. I haven't tried it too much with a PS controller. I actually need to test that because I think it's going to say some weird stuff. And I need to, let me make a note. Actually, note to my future self. Hold on. You know what we need for SL is new. My code freeze is supposed to be either tomorrow or Friday. Okay, here we go. Super Liam to do. I would like to make a menu. Would it be helpful in the option or in the main menu to have like a list of controls? I mean, there's not a lot of controls, but like you could go in and it would say like, D-pad or left stick, move, A button, jump, X button, shoot, Y button, speak health. And it would determine, like, it would figure out what controller or keyboard, if you're using a keyboard, it would give you the keys, but the controller would give you like the actual buttons. So like if you're on a PlayStation controller, it should tie those to the correct buttons. Yes, there is a Discord server. Throw the Discord server in here. It should be this. Yeah, SDL2 and 3 should support it. I don't know if that feature would be helpful. Originally, somebody wanted controller remapping, and I'm just not going to be able to do that easily. So I'm not going to do that right now. The other thing that was talked about was scoreboards, and I'm not doing scoreboards either, which hopefully is not a deal breaker for anybody, but I just don't think it's, I don't know. Scoreboards are fine. Scoreboards were a big deal in 2004, honestly. And the reason I think is because back then you didn't have the same sort of social media that you do now, and you didn't have the same sort of connectivity. And so I don't think scoreboards are like really as important as they once were. I don't think they're unimportant, but I don't think they hold the same, gravitas they once did. Also, so my problem, well, we could do the manual as a browsable, we could do the manual as a browsable thing. Actually, that totally could be done. If you wanted in-game help, I think that's doable. So, I added a story reader so that you can go in and like read the original story. But the manual does come with the game. It actually is part of the disk image on Mac, and you actually can, or you will be able to. In fact, let me add this too, actually. Add read manual online, option to open manual in users browser, which actually I'm just like, I don't know how that's going to work on Mac, so I got to test that. Yeah, but we don't have achievements for a Super Liam, so there's no achievements to be had, so no reason for scoreboards. Also, honestly, here's the thing about scoreboards. If the LWorks site ever goes down, or something ever happens and there is no LWorks, I'd like you to still be able to play the game, and I don't want scoreboards to be the thing that holds someone back from enjoying it. Yeah, we need a read manual online, which means that I need to think about how I'm going to leverage that for Mac, because I didn't come up with it yet. So maybe having a read manual in would be good. Let me think about it. That's an interesting concept. I'm pondering it now, because there should be a way to do that pretty easily. So I'll check with Claude. See how we want to do that. Claude will know. Claude is smart. Claude helps me with everything. I wish Claude could help me be less tired. There's probably a way to, I know there's a way to do it. So I will come up with something. Not like you guys are going to read the manual. No one ever reads the manual, by the way. Something I learned. Nobody reads the manual. I even noticed that in the forum. Someone was like, I didn't know there was a story for Super Liam. I just played the game. I never read the manual. And I was like, oh, cool. So the thing I spent all that time writing, like no one went and read it. That's awesome. It does store the, it does store the manual in the bundle already, which I didn't realize it did, but yeah, it throws it in there. Yeah, I mean, it should just be able to do that. I'll come up with something. It's on my list of things now, so we got to figure that out. Okay, it really is time to go, you guys. Let me just save this file, and now we're gonna get out of here. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe not. I don't know what that was all about. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for being here as always. If you want to see a marathon, please help me get to 3,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. Sorry. Not to mention, it's highly discouraging when people try to circumvent anti-cheating mechanisms because they want the highest score on the scoreboard. Yeah, I've been doing some work on the anti-cheating stuff a little bit, just to try to dissuade that. So we'll see how that works. I mean, please don't cheat stuff. It sucks. And like, you've got cheat codes that you can unlock and use those. You know, but don't cheat the experience. It's no fun. I guess. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna do what you want to do, but like definitely, now that we don't have a scoreboard, I guess I don't care as much. But yeah, it used to bother me when people would cheat stuff and then post to the scoreboards. Look, I got the #1 score. I made Super Liam run really fast. Like, no, you're cheating. You're breaking the game, and that's not okay. Now, if you want to break the game for fun, okay, fine. But when you go post a score, like, that's not fair because not everyone else knows how to do that. So you're giving yourself an unfair advantage, and that's cheating. That's gross. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here. But yeah, please subscribe. I want to get to 3,000 subscribers so we can have a cool, fun little marathon. Also, if you want to watch videos early, please become a member. Members are going to be a little short on videos for like a day or two, but I will catch back up for you guys. I need to get back to Crazy Party. Crazy Party is hard for me now with my hearing and my hearing loss, which I talk about occasionally on stream, but it hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse. So, yeah, it's a challenge. And, yeah, that's all I really got. It's time to wind it down for the evening. I feel pretty dead right now. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys have an awesome evening. Thanks for watching and or listening. Good night and good corn.